Tap like, tap like. I'm up here kind of early today. I'm moving because it's saying my reception is weak. Educate, here to ask questions. What's going on? Answer the question down below. Let's talk about it. Are all women oppressed? Does this look like the hand of an oppressed woman? Or does she look like the hand of an oppressor? You tell me. We had an interesting conversation on my live yesterday. Interesting conversation talking about the roots of patriarchy, who benefits, and where it comes from. So I posed this question, and in response to that, are all women oppressed? Black women, would you say that your white counterparts are oppressed? Are they disadvantaged the same way you are? Is sisterhood real ally? Is sisterhood real allyship? Or is it just a psyop? A way to psychologically, or is it just a psyop? A way to psychologically manipulate and use you for numbers? It's saying switch between Wi-Fi. I don't know why it's so bad. She got a blue ring finger nail right here. She got the Blue Lives Matter flag right here. She got the wife with the blue stripe going around it. And then she gonna have the blue wallpaper on her watch. My oh my. Is this what oppression look like? Do those nails painted in black and blue have a specific political meaning? Yes, they do. No such thing as a blue life anyway. Ain't no such thing as a blue life. Yeah, I know that's right. I know that's right. Definitely ain't no such thing as a blue life. I don't know who told them otherwise. Peace,
Peace.
Rent.
Hi, Brother Legend. How you
All
doing?
right. I'm well. Give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
I'm 36, she, her, and black.
All right.
I've been
Talk
on
to
your
me.
panel before. This is a backup account.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Are all women oppressed? I would say no, not at all. I would say white women like to think they are oppressed. They like to think they're the damsel in distress, and you know what I'm saying? Like it's all bad things can happen to protect the white tea woman. You know what I mean? We are like the mothers of this earth. You know what I mean? And we are treated the worst, and it's absolutely insane. Like we are the mecca. You know what I mean? We start life like in this world, and it's just crazy how um, we are treated in society. as a whole. Um, yeah, mostly due to like white supremacy or white supremacy, but yeah.
Okay. I will. I
I
had
mean,
a
I mean, I don't
question.
know what you mean. Did you mean
Hmm.
like all women, like
No,
every
no, no. You answered the
ethnicity?
question correctly.
Oh, okay.
I had a question. So why do you feel? Because you said they want to be oppressed. Why do you feel like that's the case? Why do you feel they?
Um,
What?
because I feel like, oh, okay, go ahead.
No, I was just going to ask. What in your mind is the reasoning they would want that?
Um, White women.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because some. Okay, so I was in a live and somebody said something that I want to say it right, and it spoke volumes. It said white women or white women are jealous and envious of us when we're um in pain or something like that, like rather like so they literally thrive off of our pain. They get like I think they like it's like some weird fetish for them. I'm not even joking you. Like they have a weirdo sense of like enjoying pain that they cause to other people, and it's sick. And I don't feel like and since like back in when we were enslaved, white women was the worst. I mean, now to this day, they make these men that we have in our in this country. They make these men. They birth them and they raise them, and then they you know what I'm saying. So it's like they're no better than the men that they are with. They're not oppressed. They're the victimizers. They're not a
Mm-hmm.
victim. Like you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, and then they like to like, and then I don't agree with like, then they try to date black men, and it kills me. I literally I can't stand it. I know it's not. I shouldn't say that, but on here, but in real life, I can't like deal with it because I feel like anybody's you can't raise a black child as a white woman or white woman. It's not possible. I don't think it is
Mm.
anyway.
They can't
So
raise their own children. Black women used
I
to do
mean,
that.
right. Like you know what I'm saying? Like they don't even. I swear, it's like I feel like they are not like I gotta watch my words because like they'll get me again. But like they're not they don't have the same kind of soul. Like when they say we're all human and we all bleed the same, like I don't feel like they are really because I've never in my life can see seen anybody that could be so depraved and just do the most obscene things to another human being and call themselves human at the end. Like that's not human beings. That's not human like activities. Like that's animalistic.
Mm.
So I mean, I think they have some human DNA, but that Neanderthal kicks in and they just two sheets to
Mm.
the wind. So yeah,
Okay,
they think
so
they hate me. They think I'm racist. I'm not racist, but whatever.
so
I can't be racist.
if you was taken from your home in the middle of the night and put
Hmm.
into a room and you had two choices like Saul. I don't know if you ever seen the movie Saul, right?
Yeah. I
But you
seen
have
it.
two choices. One choice is to be beaten and essayed, and the
Hmm.
other choice is to be unalived. Well, I guess beaten and unalived. Not beaten as badly. I don't
Okay.
know. But anyway, I'm trying to make a metaphor. So you either getting beaten and essayed or
Hmm.
forced to work and then unalived. Which one would you choose?
If I was gonna be beaten in an essay and then or beaten or
Beaten
first
and,
forced to,
and essayed, but you would get to live. And then the other
I would
one, you would get
I'll
beaten
die or
and you would be
I'll take the
unalive.
the first one.
So you'd rather live.
No, I'd rather unalive.
Okay.
I would
That's
much rather unalive because I'm not about to work for them, and I mean work for somebody then end up getting. I mean that's pretty much what happened to a lot of our ancestors,
mm-hmm.
to be honest.
Right.
And
That's why I bring it up.
oh, okay, okay,
You know what
yeah,
I'm
I see
saying?
where you're going. Yeah,
Because
and
that's really kind of the choices we have. Well, I wouldn't even say it's a choice, but the
it's not a
options,
choice.
like the how life is kind of laid out.
Hmm.
For us as a people is kind of like, you
Work and
know,
die, or die and I mean, sorry, I'm sorry, unalive and work, or
yeah.
working
See, it's hard.
unalive.
Yeah, it's hard to
It
have it.
is working
But
working unalive or not working still unalive.
but
It's
say
like a
but
double-edged
say
sword.
but say you walk into a room and
Hmm.
you see one person that is going to get unalived, and you see one person that's alive but been abused.
Right.
Would you say that one has it better than the other?
No,
Okay.
they're
All
both
right.
no, not at all. I mean, eventually the same fate is going to happen. I mean, but the person that's unalived is no longer subjected to the pain of the beatings. So that
But at the same time, the person that's unalived, maybe all they want to do is live too. You know what I'm saying?
wow,
You
yeah.
know, like
Yeah.
everybody's not so militant. They just ready to give their life. That's a harder. It's easy in a little metaphor, but in real life,
In
we're
real
talking about,
life, we
yeah,
gonna
like,
work. We
yeah,
gonna
you
work,
know what I'm saying. So what I'm
and
saying,
that's crazy.
what I'm speaking to is, um, Dr. Tommy J. Curry, Dr. Joy DeGroy,
Tommy
Dr.
J.
Juwanza Kunjufu, all of them kind of speak. Oh, and Dr. Francis
Oh,
Cress
oh,
Welsing.
can I can I get can you give me like 2 seconds? I want to write what you just said down because I would love to like look them up because I'm all about learning more things and putting myself in tune with like more of my people and like because I mean we all know what society we live in and I'm so sick and tired of like the same like races like white people watched I mean white tea watched history and words and stuff like I want to hear more from people that I
Yeah.
know the truth, you know.
Well, I'm
So
giving a more nuanced perspective on quote unquote intersectionality. And if you
mhm.
join our Discord, we discuss all of these topics. We watch videos from lectures from all of these people.
Okay,
Um,
I'm gonna write all this down because I would
yeah.
definitely do all that because I'm so into like learning more because I remember last time you gave me uh, um uh a name I forgot I think you just said it one of them God, it's a hard name to say.
Well, shake and to
It's a
jump.
like no, you said what? Say it again.
Shake and to jump.
No,
Depends
it
on what
was
we was
you
talking
just
about.
no,
I
you
think
just
it's
no, you
Dr.
just said the name.
Francis Scott Wilson.
That's Francis Cress Welsing.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the name.
Hey,
Okay.
hey, real quick, brother Legend. You're from Florida, correct?
No, I'm from Jersey.
Okay. I was gonna say if you I just found this quick article and it talks about it's talking about they celebrated their Juneteenth on May 20th.
Oh wow.
And there's other ones, yeah. That's see right here. Emancipation
Yeah.
Day is the 20th of May, Juneteenth, and why both matter. And then it talks about my family traces lineage through Jefferson County, Florida, one of the most rural parts of the state, and one of the only counties where I can't see the part right there, but some single traffic light, and I guess rest right there. But this is an article where there, I can't see it because of all the comments and everything, but
Yeah.
that's when the Union Brigadier General Edward, I guess, came through and enslaved people in Florida. Now have been freed. So theirs is on the 20th of May in place in
Yeah.
Florida. So
Wow.
yeah, I just want to come and show you that real quick,
Well,
man.
thank you for that, brother. Yeah, I didn't celebrate Juneteenth because of my family history. We celebrated it with people that celebrate. Actually, it was the Nation of Islam. The Nation of Islam used to throw a little event, and my aunt used to take us, and then we also would go to church, like church picnic, and they would have a Juneteenth picnic. So I know that's very religious, but you know, religion has been the cultural center of Black people for years. So
I got a
that's what I
question.
was
Yeah,
referring
that's
to.
very true.
Can I ask you? Can I ask you a
All right,
question?
man. I'm gonna jump down, but
Oh,
I know she wants to learn,
oh,
and you're over here giving class, so I just
Yes,
wanna
sir.
I'll listen.
Appreciate you, King. What's that, Ren?
I have a question, if you don't mind. What do you feel? How do you feel about them making Juneteenth a holiday, federal
Oh,
holiday?
oh boy. All right.
I don't like it. So
First,
that
let me finish
personally, I
what I
don't
was
like
about to
it.
say, and then we're gonna
Okay.
get into Juneteenth because that's another topic. What I was bringing up with that metaphor, I was bringing up a nuanced version of what they call intersectionality, which is that Black men and Black women are oppressed differently. Not to say that one has it better than the other. You know, like I it's very easy to think white man on top, white woman at the bottom. And then so that must mean Black man at top, Black woman at the bottom. However, Black man and Black woman are new terms, quote unquote, and they're not even true terms because Blackness was initially deemed non-human. So we were not considered human. Because Blackness is something that relates to inhumanity, in the context of racism, white supremacy, Black men and Black women are really male and female in the eyes of the oppressor, the one that has the power. So we are male and female, not women or men, but prisoners of war. And prisoners
And
of war,
animals.
okay, I mean, in their eyes, yes, but
Yeah, in their eyes, because that's what male and female is. It's like they categorize that with animals, like male and
well,
female.
male and female can apply to animals, but it also applies to humans too. But it lacks humanity. But what I'm talking about
Yeah.
is a war waged on African people worldwide, that we are the prisoners of war on enemy soil. If you're a prisoner of war, that just means they haven't unalived you yet. So that means that they're at war against your people, but you still here breathing. So you're a prisoner of war.
Wow.
You better do what they say.
Wow.
So
I've never ever heard that before. That's a word right there. Wow.
so the thing is, um like the data has shown, Black women have suffered the most, cruel treatment any woman has ever had to endure, especially the creator of all mankind, and they deserve. I i think any Pan-African scholar will agree that because of Black women's ability to create mankind in the first place, they deserve the best treatment. So their treatment is the furthest away from how they should be treated. You know what I'm saying? But at the
Yes.
same
Yes.
time, you know, um, when it comes to racism, white supremacy, I can't call it who has it better. 60%, most of the slaves brought from Africa were men. Most of the prison industrial complex, the incarceration rates of 35% of people in prison are Black men, and we only make up 6% of the country. So how that
Crazy.
makes sense?
Excuse me. Excuse
Hold
me.
on.
I'm 18.
That's a
I'm
that's a kid. It sounds like a kid.
Yeah, that sounds like a kid. You can't be
I'm
up there.
18. I was born in 206, January 9th. Sorry. I'm African American, and
Okay, maybe she's.
uh and pronouns I'm she her. Um I believe all women can be oppressed racially, financially, and all type of ways because
All
we
right, hold
are.
on, hold on. We're gonna let you talk. We're gonna hear you out. Just hold on a moment, okay? So what I was saying was, this nuanced look to intersectionality tells me that the Black woman is my comrade, that we're both in this together. There's not going to be a separate liberation for Black women where they leave the man behind. There's not going to be a separate liberation for Black men. And now black men are free of black oppression, but for some, for some reason we still don't like the black woman. It don't work that way. You know what I'm saying? And that's
Crazy.
something that that's something that I had to learn. But now when we talk about Juneteenth, real quick, Juneteenth is a holiday that should be celebrated by all those that believe our ancestors fought to endure and revolt against, and actually the that those that believe our ancestors caused the dismantling of the institution of slavery. The ending of slavery was caused by our ancestors. They are the reason that that happened. They were fed up, and there were uprisings and revolts from Haiti to New Orleans to all throughout the United States. And
Try to
so,
take credit for that. They try to take credit for that too. Say like, you should be thanking all the white people that died for you, and I mean, sorry, unalive for you in Civil War. No, I
yeah.
shouldn't. They didn't do nothing.
And so, understanding that our ancestors are the ones that that freed themselves, then those are the people that should celebrate Juneteenth. If you believe that your oppressor had a change of heart, but gave you the same conditions post-slavery as you was in, actually worse conditions. Those black men I said are in jail. There are more black men in jail now than there ever were slaves on a plantation. So that being the case, they didn't have no change of heart. The change of heart was it started to look like the institution of slavery was going to become too heavy and too problematic for them to continue.
And plus, the industrial revolution was coming too. Like the bin,
Right.
they didn't need that anymore because they were going to use like machines, and machines was coming more popular, and
Yeah.
and like the cotton gin and all that stuff. So yeah, it's not because they wanted to be morally right. They did it because they had no use for it pretty soon, and so they doubled down off of that and
Right.
and turned Jim Crow on us.
Right. And then the one of the um one of the largest uh, economies, slave economies, was France, and they had lost Haiti, and that scared the United States away. So at the end of the day, if you feel that way, then you should be celebrating Juneteenth. But if you feel like um, the rich people changed their mind one day and decided to choose love, and that they liberated us, they emancipated our ancestors, then you don't need to be celebrating Juneteenth.
That's a
Uh,
coon way of thinking. Like,
Hold on,
I just
Shinobi, we gonna get to you.
Can I just say one more thing? What do you
Hmm.
think about if a cracker person or oh my god, I can't even say that right. The rich person does it. Do you think they should be doing that?
They should
Celebrating
do
it?
what?
Celebrating it.
Celebrating
I don't think I
Juneteenth?
don't Yes.
They the reason they the
That's what I
reason
said.
Juneteenth.
That's what I said in another live, and I said, "Why do y'all think y'all can celebrate Juneteenth?" And they was
That's
like, "Well,
like
you celebrate."
that's like a man graping you and then showing up at the baby
The
shower.
hospital or showing at the hospital like, what, you okay? Like what? Like I was in another live earlier and they was like, well, we could, or yesterday they was like, well, we can celebrate Juneteenth. You celebrate 4th of July. And I was like, no, I don't. They's like, well, you get your day off of work. And I said, that's not celebrating. That's not, you celebrating is a celebration. Like, do you not, they don't even know the difference between celebration and just
Yeah.
not going to work. Like I said, you don't get to celebrate Juneteenth. You like the reason for it. Like
Hmm.
you don't get to be like it was. That's how delusional. I mean, that's how insanely crazy they are. Like I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I can't deal.
All right. No, you right. But let's move on. We got people up here waiting. All right, K3, give us. Oh, you already did that. Go ahead, talk to us.
Yeah, I believe all women. I do sound kind of young, so I don't blame y'all for thinking that. I do believe all women can be oppressed financially, racially. Financially, it's proven. There's movies about it. A man will always get paid more. A man will always have the higher position. A woman will have to work 2 times, 3 times as hard to get where a man is at. Racially, yes, more black women are in jails. Yes, more black men are, yeah, and free the black kings. A lot of them are in there for stuff they didn't do. But Black women still get picked out on streets. Black women are still the ones who are getting picked by their cars. Black women, let me stop saying black women because I'm talking about all women. Women are still the ones who are getting picked. You know? That's how I believe they all could be oppressed.
All right, well, you talking about black women.
Yeah, I had to change it to all
Yeah, but
women.
that's
All
not
women.
happening. That's not happening to these people because these people are the ones that's giving birth to the people that you saying are oppressing everybody.
Scientific proof shows that 4 and 5 women get raped. Not racially, but 4 and 5
You
women.
can't say that. You can't say that word. Just say
I
Oh,
know
I'm
you
raped
sorry.
can't
or
I'm
say
sorry.
that.
Great. Sorry, forgot.
tell them to put F1s in the chat
4
for
and
that one.
5.
I'm sorry.
Is the numbers that high, y'all?
But yes, I will
Yeah,
prove.
it is.
4
Thank
and
you.
5.
No, 1 in 5.
Oh, 1 in 5. I thought she said 4 and 5. I'm like 80%. So you telling me 80% of women are out here getting slayed like like that? Like that's
And
wild.
and most men aren't being put away for it. Most men are not. Yes, there are some people who aren't telling the truth, but me personally, I believe in guilty until proven innocent. So a lot of men, a lot of little boys aren't getting punished. A lot of boys aren't getting what they deserve for harassing these women.
Would you consider yourself a feminist?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Enough
honestly,
said.
K3, I think you might have wanted to read the room before you came up here.
Yeah.
I think you might be a little out of your depth, and I don't want to go back and forth with someone that has so much more growing to do. But thanks for coming up.
All right.
All right, Shinobi, give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
Hey, I'm Shinobi. I go by he, him. I'm 24. I originally came in from the Juneteenth conversation. Also, I've been seeing your videos. I really appreciate what you're doing. Love to everybody in here, all the black people watching. But on if all women are oppressed, I'm going to say women are inherently oppressed in the patriarchal system that like we live under. However, there are different levels to the oppression. For example, I feel like a black woman is definitely far more oppressed than a white woman. I wouldn't even really say a white woman is really oppressed because they are sitting beside the perpetrators of the oppression and like willfully getting some of the benefits. I feel like it's like different, like it's multifaceted when you. Sorry, my homie was calling me and I had to like get off that. But when you bring up women that aren't black but they aren't white, I think they are still oppressed, but they still do get some of those benefits that that people get from anti-blackness in a like patriarchal white supremacist society.
How do you measure oppression?
Sorry, dude. He called me again. I apologize. I feel like the amount of people in said group that are the slash percentage that are affected by certain policies or like things in place, I'd say the amount of death, the amount of like, I'd say assault in different ways. I'm not trying to be saying nothing, but you get what I'm saying. And like the amount of systemic things put in place that are actively like making it harder for people of said group to move forward.
Move forward in what direction?
Move forward in society, being able to help their community, help the people in their family in like ways.
Does the oppressor have the ability to do what you just described?
I'm confused by the question. Like the does the oppressor have the ability to move forward, like move up in society?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. They've built it for them to do that.
Okay,
They
so
did
you're
build.
saying that white women don't have the ability to move forward in society?
Oh no, 100%. I'm saying they have a easier way even than white men in the modern day society because if we're going to be real, the affirmative action, the demographic that was getting most things from affirmative action were white women. Statistically, this is like out there. So they definitely were gaming the system because of their proximity to like the white man.
Mm-hmm. Now, did you notice that feminism became a more hot topic after Black liberation started to become a demand?
1000%. It was actually a direct attack on that, because it was like, y'all gonna give the niggas something, but y'all now they feel something. But when they were nuzzled up against the power structure, they had no problem, no qualm.
Right.
But they gave
What
it
do
to
you
black
call
men
it?
specifically.
Wait, hold on, Ren. So what do you call it when you don't have a problem with something, and then when you see the people below you starting to, say that they want progress, and you impede their progress by standing in front of them? Like, what do you call it when you have the power to impede the progress of others? Is that someone that's oppressed?
No, that's someone who is in power, in a state of power, and they are actively participating in the oppression.
Okay.
And I would still consider white women active oppressors under like the current society we live in.
All right. Absolutely. And thank you for breaking that down for us, Shinobi. All right, let's go to the next guest. You have an American flag, and I don't know what your name is. Give us your age, race, and pronouns.
Hi, I'm 19. I'm American, and I go by she, her.
American is not a race. Could you give us a race?
Hispanic, Mexican.
Okay, neither of those are races.
Not a racist.
So are you a white Hispanic?
No,
Are you a black Hispanic?
no,
Are you an indigenous Hispanic person?
sure.
All right, talk to us.
Okay, so I don't believe women are oppressed whatsoever. That's it.
All right. Are you sure that's it?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna go to the next guest. Gracie the cat. Give us your age, race, and pronouns.
Hey, what's up? I'm
Please.
20, 24, and I'm black, and I'm from Texas.
All right. Hey, shout out to Texas, man.
Hey.
Shout out to the brothers and sisters that celebrate Juneteenth, shared it with the rest of us.
Thank you.
Absolutely.
The question was, do I feel like women are oppressed? I'm not a feminist because feminism don't involve black women. So let's just start there. Yes, I do feel like black women, they got it the hardest at the end of the day. I think my race got it the hardest at the end of the day out of anybody. As y'all seen, clear example before me, she Hispanic and she going for something that literally goes against her own race.
Who, me?
We just gonna leave it at that. Oh yes, honey.
You want to debate?
Oh no, I'm not debating the
Exactly, that's
stupidity.
what I thought.
We ain't here to debate. We don't debate over here.
Seriously, it's not even alive. But yeah,
It don't matter.
that's what I
Do you
feel
want to
like.
talk about? Do you want to talk about?
We're not going to do that thing where black people are trying to have a conversation that's constructive and infiltrators come to disrupt it so that we don't have a constructive conversation. Go ahead, sister.
But thank you. But yeah, that's how I feel. I feel like we got it the hardest, and I don't feel like feminism includes black women. So yeah, I feel like black women are constantly overlooked and unprotected, just like the black man is. But that's it. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Absolutely, man. Shout out to the queens. If no one else, sisters have had the backs of black men, and we have never had a freedom movement, liberation movement. We've never had a movement where black women did not play an active role in helping move our people forward. Never. That's not you. You look up Haiti, man. Them Haitian women was something else. The way they was luring the colonizers into the certain.
Yeah,
They had a
I
thing.
seen
Yeah,
that.
you seen that?
Yes.
Yo,
Oh my God, they used their sexuality, and then like they was like okay, and then they took their things from them and thanked them.
yo. Yeah, you can't tell me that's not a black woman. That I know. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just genius.
we
That's
are
genius.
we are that we are that, and I feel it every time I see a black woman. I feel every time I hear them about the things they do, like they just bring so much joy to my life. Like black men too. Like don't get me wrong, I'm just because I got a black son, but just like black women, just are we are the blueprint. Everybody
Mhm.
wants to emulate us. Everybody wants to be like us, talk like us. We
Yep.
just have so much like umph. It's so good to
Mhm.
see. I love it.
Absolutely. And I've noticed even too. When we talk about black women or the blueprint, the reason it's so easy to see that our culture as black Americans specifically is passed down through the woman, because I've noticed just in my time being alive that even certain vernacular, like certain words flag for hate speech. Yo man, what they took sis down and flagged my they flagged me. You know who that was, right? You know who that
Just
was.
left
It was the girl not even trying to claim indigenous Latin person.
her, the
Yeah,
one that
yeah,
just left.
yeah.
I
You should
blocked her.
restart. Restart it. That's
Nah,
bullcrap.
yeah,
Bullshit.
nah,
We trying to have a constructive conversation, uplifting each other, and then they gonna do that. Come on now.
oh
Either
man. I
either you know
thought
what
I
you should
did.
do.
I thought I yeah,
Either
I thought
restart
I
or do
did
F
block her.
ones.
Dang, I
Restart
thought
or
I
do
did block her. It's
restart
okay,
or do
man.
F
It's
ones in the
okay.
comment.
That don't mean I'm getting taken down. It's just a
Okay.
warning. But
Oh, okay, good.
that's why they. Oh, someone just said it, Jennifer. That's why they do it. Exactly. That's why they do it. They do it because they see us talking, lifting each other up, and then I hope sis ain't just get banana that was just up here, man, because she was speaking nothing but love, man, and nothing but facts. That's wild. You see what I'm saying? You can't let these infiltrators up here.
I'm gonna drop just because I know they probably gonna try to get me. So I'm gonna drop and
All
then
right.
come back because I'm just scared because they been on my ass. So I'm
Yeah.
dropping.
All right. What's good, Strawberry?
Hey, good evening. I just wanted to join. I feel like I could take part in this because I am a woman.
Yeah.
Just
Go ahead,
wanted to
talk to
say
me.
hello. I definitely I am a black woman, 41, she, her, and I'm from New York. And from my standpoint, I'll try to keep it very clean so that they don't try to flag us again.
Mm-hmm.
As a woman, I definitely feel like, as a black woman, I definitely feel like society beats down on us so much. It's a lot of pressure and it's not easy sometimes because I feel like our men are not supporting us the way that they should. And they kind of, not all, but enough. They leave us hanging, and it's like they're starting to leave us in the world all on our own. And sometimes we definitely feel neglected. Sometimes we definitely feel abandoned. So that's what makes me feel like we are being oppressed because when we go to work, we are a little more curvy than everyone else. Everyone is going to buy what we naturally have, and we can't help it. And we are fetishize everywhere we go. I wanted to use the other word with the S, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like me when I go to work, they don't look at me in my face. They don't look at me in my eyes. They go straight to my boobs. And then I'm like, "Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up?" And then it's like, "Oh, hey, how you doing?" But every single guy, and first and foremost, they're non-melanated, the people who's doing this, you know what I mean? Then I gotta remind them to look up. But then when I get someone who looks like me, They will barely speak to me. They'll look down to me. They'll talk down to me. They're very mean to me. And sometimes it's just like when you in the streets, you want to feel the comfort from your own people to know that you are safe. Just because we get aggressive and defend ourselves, we have to, because it feels like nobody else is here to help us. And that's just my take. I definitely feel like we get oppressed more because just because we have the original curves, but we can stand in the sun a little bit longer, it doesn't mean that we're ugly. Everybody is going to get body work to look just like us. And they don't see it. You know, they all them other chicks look like boys. You know what I mean? And they go and they spend $12,000. Now you're gonna tell me that me and her have the same body, and you're gonna bring those weak genes into your family. You know what I'm saying? Because she went and paid $12,000 to get what I got naturally. You gonna try to tell me that she looks better than me? How is that? And then if you do reproduce with this lady, the kids ain't gonna look nothing like that. But she literally paid for the lips, the hips, every single thing. But you're gonna tell me that you don't have to defend me, you don't have to be nice to me, you don't have to respect me, you don't have to give me a commitment. Is really hard for us. On top of the fact that when we still have to go to work and be mistreated, and we're looked at like a tool, because I feel like it every single day. And in the particular building that I work in, I'm the curviest woman in the building. Everybody keeps wanting to hug me, and I'm just like, yo, I don't want to hug. Like, stop trying to hug me all the time. Every time I turn around, oh, hey, how you doing? Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Why I keep trying to hug me? But at the end of the day, when I do see the few black men at the job, they barely speak, they barely say good morning, they barely acknowledge me when I'm in a room. So now I feel invisible. Now you got these other cave people going to my chest first, barely looking up, asking for a hug. So it's like we get it everywhere we go. And then it's just like sometimes you want to just talk to your black man and tell him how you feel. And nobody believes us because they're like, oh, you so angry. Oh, I can't. And those are the anti-black men. You know what I mean? It's like, oh,
Right,
you so
yeah, that's
angry.
the natural condition of our men is and it's bad. Like I'll be honest, and I told my wife this, a lot of sisters don't understand when they talking to a black man, they talking to like a soldier. Like they talking to someone in war. They talking to someone in survival mode.
Yeah.
And the men don't know this, but the women don't. And the idea, well, the way I explained it to her was if if you was living if you was living in a war zone, right? And soldiers was pew pewing and doing all this stuff, and some soldiers wanted to take over your house for the night to have somewhere to sleep. They're not going to put up frames on the wall. They're not going to make sure your furniture is nice and clean. They're not going to make sure they don't break no dishes. They're not going to care. They're just going to move in, put up pillowcases, rip up stuff, and sleep on the floor. And like there's brothers I know that act just like this. Like there's brothers I know where you go to a crib and it's like 10 of them sleeping on the floor, and these be the men that the sisters be trying to date because in public he got waves, he looked like he all right, but this man in his mind is in survival mode. And me as a black man, I know just by talking to him for a few moments, I know he in survival mode. But I be noticing that the sisters they don't understand when these men, they don't understand maybe the symptoms of survival mode that I be seeing that different men probably can tell, that's not the type of dude you want to be around. I've seen it time and time again. And black men treat each other messed up. So I can imagine how they treat a woman, you know what I'm saying? For real.
Yeah, it's so hard because sometimes it's like for me, like I'm still in my dating area. My turnaround is 72 hours because you know you meet somebody, you exchange the number, and you're like, oh my God, please let this be my king. And he's a fool. And I get it. I know we are going through things. I get it. But what happened to just caring about the woman who looks like you? What happened to just caring about the woman in your group and just wanting to have a good conversation? Why we just can't meet in the middle and try to build? You know, it's so hard. It's the world is just stomping on our backs, and the better we try to be and the more we try to grow, it's just like you're still not good enough. But then they talk about us, oh well, you gotta weave. Everybody's wearing a weave, everybody is wearing a wig,
Hmm.
so now we all gotta weave.
Hmm.
But we the ones with the real curves, they got the fake curves, but we're not worthy of anything.
I'll be honest. If a brother talk about a woman wearing a weave, that brother better be on point. You know, he better be on code. I better like I don't like if the brother is on code like myself, then I do prefer my sister have natural hair. You know what I'm saying? But my wife can put whatever she want to put in her hair, but don't let it be where you afraid to walk outside the house without a weave on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like even some celebrities like Beyonce. I don't really rock with Beyonce because I think I might have seen Beyonce's natural hair maybe once or twice. Why? Like, if you want me to believe it's a choice you're making, then let me see you make other choices along with it. Like, don't don't tell me you making this choice where after 339 years of your hair being taboo and you being told to cover your hair legally in the United States, legally, you were not allowed to show your hair. And then to live to today where the Crown Act needs to get passed and you know you're still being policed for your hair, for you to tell me that it's your choice to wear Eurocentric looking flat straight to the ground looking ass hair and say that's a choice, like that's kind of like, to me, I'm like, that's not a choice. That's the result of oppression and indoctrination and self-hate taught to you at a young age. But if you work on that self hate and you still want to wear your weave, that's cool. But let your real hair show sometimes. Work like show me the range. Don't just every day, every time I see you, all you got is this flat. I don't like it. I'm gonna be honest. Not my wife and I had her natural hair since we've been together like 6-7 years officially since we've been together. But before we was friends and she was still wearing her weave. But I I don't even like the way it looked, to be honest. I don't even like the way it looked no more, you know. But that's me. But if a brother's saying that, that brother better be on code. That's what I'm trying to say. Because how dare you say that a sister needs to present herself a certain way, and you sitting here head to toe in Gucci, Amiri, all these white man's names from head to toe.
All
You
the
know
little
what I'm
pants with a purse on, with a purse,
with
with
a,
a
oh
purse,
no, not
with the purse, with the purse. Like, excuse me, take the purse off.
Yeah. I heard that exactly. Like, don't be. You got the white tee man all on you, and then you talking a certain way. Some of these brothers don't know how to code switch. You know, they're talking all, hey guys. You know, they thinking they better. Listen, nah. So before they say stuff like that, you know, it's about why they're saying that. If I'm a black man that loves myself, I love myself. I had to work to love myself. It's work every day. Every day I gotta work to love myself. When I see a black reflection of myself in another brother or another sister, then that's self-love. You know what I'm saying? And that's empathy. That's what we need, right? Because we've been so dehumanized. We've been so treated with so much apathy. We need that empathy for each other, like you just described. And so me in loving myself, I'm gonna love the hair that grows out my head. So if I'm gonna love and show empathy and have a reflection of that self-love come back to me in the form of a divine feminine woman, then I also would prefer her to love her natural hair just as much. But that don't mean she got to wear it all the time. You know what I'm saying? She can wear her hair however she want, but I need to know she has that love for her hair, and natural hair signals that to me. You know.
So you know what I want to add, right? With the natural hair, for all the ladies that are listening, when I first started following you, because I've been following you for a few months, I know you probably always see my name. I had fell down in December and I had hit my head on a metal pole. I had a concussion,
Oh wow, sorry.
right?
Hmm.
And this is about the hair. Do you know that those cornrows of that natural 4C hair saved my life?
Wow.
I fell down one tall stair, right? And it was a
Mhm.
metal pole like in front. It was a copper pole, and I fell forward and I hit my head, but literally the braid like it slit my scalp, but it wasn't like deep, but it was just enough to break it, just to bleed a little bit. But the braid saved my head.
Wow. And you know what? I do believe that because there's tales of I forget what tribe it was, but there was colonizers in Africa fighting men that wore dreadlocks, and the bullet would get caught in their head instead of penetrating their skull,
Yeah.
because they had their locks so thick after growing it since they was boys. It would be so thick that it would be able to stop bullets. So that
Yeah,
that
it
yeah.
it it, it saved me, so I just want to tell anybody who is listening, even if you're gonna lock it up or braid it or twist it or whatever, or you want to put your cornrows under your weave, do it as thick as you can, because you never know when you're gonna take a fall. Because I fell hard, like I fell so hard that for the first 4 days after my fall, I couldn't see out of my left eye.
Wow. I'm so sorry, sister.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
That's why I've just been here listening more and talking less. But the braids help my fall. Like they literally saved my life. And I just had the regular Meek Mill straight backs going back. I have 5 braids, 2 on the side, 1 in the middle, and they saved me.
Wow.
Yes.
Well, I say to the ancestors for protecting you.
And
Absolutely.
I know you got to let the other person come up. So I just wanted to add, I also heard that our hair is waterproof, that
Mm,
it looks like it's wet, but it never really gets wet. That's why
mm,
it dries the way it dries. It's waterproof. So I've
mm,
been studying that every time I wash it, and I really haven't seen it wet. I heard it's waterproof, but I'm just a huge fan. We all have to work on our self love, but that's one way I want whoever's listening to learn to love it, because it saved me. And this just happened December 20th.
Wow, that's amazing, man. That's the
Hmm.
ancestors. You know what I'm saying? The ancestors is the reason you got that hair, and they, the ancestors that chose the ocean before the slave ship, the ancestors that gave their lives for us to be here today, gave you that hair. And when you think about it in context, that's literally as close as you're gonna get to the ancestors saving you. So that's
Yeah.
amazing, sister. And
Thank you.
yeah, absolutely. I'll say.
Thank you. I'll see you until it really pop off.
Yeah.
I'll be here.
All right, sister. Uh, Jerns.
Yeah, I'm
Uh,
I'm I'm John, brother. How you doing?
Hi. Give us your age, race, and pronouns, please.
Say again.
Your age,
46.
your race,
Caucasian is a son of a bitch.
your pronouns.
He, him.
All right, talk to us.
Right. So I will make the argument right away that it could potentially be many women are oppressed, but all women, I can't go there because there's a whole lot of people, specifically in the U.S., but probably all over the world, that know happy life means happy wife.
Mm,
And a lot of us abide by it.
mm,
Like, we can go on, not to say TikTok, but there's about 1 million videos out there right now of old girl giving her man the bigger plate with the little plate, and he switches it up. You know what I'm saying? That's just one small example. I'm not saying that's a great person or whatever. They could be doing all kinds of other stuff behind the scenes, I understand all that. But at the end of the day, like, we got cultures out there where kids don't get to make a decision without mom saying yes. I'll give you a little background on me. I've been in the Army for 22 years, and I'm not trying to clout the Army or nothing like that. I've been in recruiting for 13 years, right? I know when I deal specifically with a Hispanic family, mom or dad and the kid will come in and have the conversation about the kid joining the Army, but then they got to go home and talk to mom to make sure it's okay. So I don't think all women are oppressed. I think that's a very wide blanket statement. I mean, we got cultures in history, the Amazons, for example, where the women ran everything. But I'm telling you personal perspective from cultures today where mom has the final say, even if she ain't in the front light. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
She might be in the background, and that's that particular culture.
Mm-hmm.
I know my wife and my kids are going to eat before me, come hell or high water. Now I got a background check. If I die, I got a retirement and a pension coming to my kids, so I can't even calculate that as me. You know what I'm saying? Like me being a better dude or whatever. But I know I got a safety net for them no matter what happens to me, so they always come first, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Do you believe that what you're saying transcends into other communities? Like, for example, the Black community, would you say that they are not oppressed?
No, again, I'm going to go with the all or some. We can't blanket a specific group. That's my issue. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care one way or the other. I grew up, not that it matters at all, but I grew up the only white family in a 6-block radius in my little inner city community.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not saying I had it worse. Don't take that the wrong way. But I got to witness struggles from other people. And I will say some of them yes, some of them no. I know some of them where dad was a piece of shit and beating the shit out of mom and got submission. And then on the other side, there was some where mom ran the show, whether it was behind the scenes or up front and personal.
But did mom get paid as much as dad?
Well, I mean, if you want to get into pay inequality, we all make our own decisions. And like, that's like, I mean, if it's a, I'm not trying to be a political dude or nothing, you know what I mean? But if mom chooses to be in the workforce for that period of time, you know what I'm saying? And choose her own path, then that's what she chose. Probably not going to have a family of 5, you know what I mean? Like, that's the decision we all make. Just like a guy can be career oriented and never, there's a whole ton of dudes out there that never had an interest in having a family. They pick their poison, you know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Do you believe patriarchy exists?
No, absolutely.
You do?
I do believe it exists. And it depends again on the system. Like, I can't blanket coverage nothing. Does that make sense? I can't say 100% of anything is anything. The only 100% is we're all going to die at some point. Like, do I believe the U.S. was formulated on a patriarchy? Yes. Do I believe it's currently a patriarchy? Living in my household, hell no. Now but my household's a micro level. It's not a macro level. You know what I mean?
Exactly right. Okay.
Right. So at the same time, do I also believe that with the tools we have today, that women have power that men don't? Yes. Now, is that all the power? No.
What is the power women have that men don't?
Accusation.
Accusation.
In general, I'm not going to throw out the grape word. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that's the only thing, but accusation in general, like me being Caucasian, right? If I make a certain comment on a certain post, I'm presumed to be a racist.
Ghost inside.
Sorry, my kid's in the background yelling at my dog. But like, that doesn't make me a racist. That's a presumption. I've been called a white nationalist. I've been called all those things. I don't care. It's not oppressing me. I'm not trying to go off on a left-hand tangent. But what I'm saying is there's power in things that didn't exist 10, 15, 20 years ago.
So, do you feel like you're a racist?
No, absolutely. I know I'm not. I'm 110% not.
Okay.
And I'm not saying that to be like, oh, yep, that's what every racist says. Like, that's just where I grew up. I've been in the Army for 22 years. You can't exist that long in the Army. You,
Do you believe that the Army is racist?
I again, I can go to micro or macro. Like
Mhm.
micro, small picture, I've witnessed it.
Mhm.
Macro, I don't want to say the Army is
Do you believe?
racist, but we have leaders in levels of power that have certainly proven themselves to be racist.
What does one have to do to prove to be racist?
Uh, uh, Provide yourself to be superior to someone else based on their ethnic, racial, religious background.
Okay. So, do you think the Army is an institution that perpetuates that system on a macro level, like of racial superiority?
No, they even okay. There's many facets to that. At times, there have definitely been that perspective, and I would say that perspective was accurate. Now,
Okay, so
currently, I think the Army is, and I don't want to use the word anti-racist, but they go out of their way to make sure they're not being racist. Does that make sense?
hmm, okay. So if you got all your Army buddies together
Mm-hmm.
and there was two buttons on the table,
Right.
and let's say it's not just your choice, it's the friend of, when you, even when you're not around your friends, you kind of know what your guys would think, like, you know what I'm saying?
No, I agree.
So there's two buttons. One button will painlessly disappear, not unalive, but just disappear all of the black men on the planet Earth. Not
Mhm.
painlessly, everything's ethical, but they would just all disappear like they never existed.
Right.
All black men. Or there's a button that would painlessly disappear all black women on Earth. Which one do you think your Army buddies would pick?
Oh, so you're making them forced to pick a button?
They have to pick a button. There's no middle ground. We just gonna not choose. Like, which one do you think that they would
So,
pick? Yeah,
so let me be weird here for a second. What about my black Army buddies?
yeah. Which one do you think all of
They got to
them?
pick one.
Yeah, they all would have to agree to pick one. Which one do you think they pick? Do you think they would pick to make all black men disappear, or do you think they prefer the presence, or at least the option of having women, and they would choose? I'm sorry, the opposite. But yeah, to
No,
make all.
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying, and you gotta give me at least 30 seconds to contemplate that one because
Okay.
that's not just like the conversation of this is all women are oppressed, and now you're gonna make me pick black women or black men, not all women or
I'm
all
not
men.
making you pick. See, that's I was
No,
trying
no,
to
no,
back you out. I
no,
was
no,
trying
no.
to
I
get you.
understand, but you're making me contemplate that on premise of just a race, not a gender.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying?
Well, the institution of the military, has
Oh, we got a
values,
lot of drama.
and I'm sure there are. I'm sure there is a lot of drama.
No, I'm saying public and private. We got a lot of drama.
Hmm.
I'm not sugarcoating none of that.
Hmm.
Like
Well,
I said, you gotta give me 30 seconds to formulate the answer to this because I'm just thinking of everybody I've known in 22 years in the Army and what I think they would pick to give you an honest answer. Is that fair?
do they like women?
Well, yeah, yeah. My
Okay.
my reasonable assumption, just due to the primary Caucasian nature of our Army by demographics, if nothing else, is that they would pick black men.
Okay. That
That
that seems like a reasonable answer to me. That seems like an answer that I would assume a group of men would pick, because why would you make women disappear? We
Right, and we're 80+% male. So like that's what I said. If you broke it, that's why I asked you about the whole like if you were to ask me men versus women
yeah.
versus black men versus black women, that might be a different conversation.
Hmm. Hmm.
Because in the military in general, not just the Army, we have a nagging thing. And again, this is sexist to an extent, and I can explain, but we have a preference for our career to be around men
Mm.
in the military.
Mm-hmm.
And I can tell you today, it's way different than it was when they had a ban on women joining the military, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then the Army progressed a little bit and said, well, the women can join the Army, but only in these jobs. And then in the past 5 years, we've actually opened up to anybody can join anything as long as you're qualified,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Okay. What I so somebody asked what the question was. The question was I just want to clarify. The question was not asking him to make a choice, but him to think for those that is experienced being around, those he might know the mentalities of a group of people, based on his experience in the military. What button would his group of peers in the military choose? Would it be to press a button where all black men in the world were to painlessly disappear and like they never existed, or a button where all the black women in the world were to disappear like they never existed? And now I would, and he chose the button that would make black men disappear. Even he was saying the black men in that scenario would probably, the black men in the military might also agree to make the black men disappear. And my follow-up question to that is, do you believe which do you believe is more oppressed in society? Even I would say outside of the military, but just in society, you living, breathing, being an American citizen. Do you feel like black men or black women is more oppressed or has less rights, less access to resources? Like, which one do you feel suffers more from oppression, black men or black women?
Black women, no hesitation.
Interesting. And you say that the military is mostly men, correct?
No, absolutely. We're like 85 to 80% male versus it depends on like you can break it down to Air Force Marines and commissioned officer or enlisted soldier or whatever, but it's roughly 80-20. There's about 20% female in the military period and about 80% male.
Okay, so do you believe the United States Army is the greatest military power to have ever existed? Or
No.
I would say the United
No.
States military.
Yes.
Okay.
In regards to military force,
Yeah.
not in regards to equality or any of that mess. So don't try
No,
and
no,
load
I'm
me
just
up.
talking about military
Yeah.
might. As
Yeah,
far as
military might. The United States military is hands down the most powerful military ever to exist.
yeah, and by power I mean the power to exert their will over others, wherever, they want to liberate folks. And so that being the case, right?
So, hold on, can I pause you for a second?
Yeah.
I don't agree with all our liberation missions.
Oh
Just
no,
so you
no,
know.
no. You listen.
Okay, I'm just making it clear. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That's Congress that makes that decision, not me.
Yeah, we're gonna go liberate that oil.
Yeah. No, I'm not that guy.
Okay, so what I'm saying though is, if in your uh anecdotal yet knowledgeable experience in the military has taught you that the black men would be the option chosen by the most powerful military in the world as far as pressing the button and making them disappear, why do you still feel like black women are the most oppressed?
Okay, so candid conversation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's Canada's
Because
TikTok that let us get, but yeah, go
no,
ahead.
no, no, I know, but I want to make that clear because white politicians
Mm-hmm.
have made it encouraging for the total population. It's happened substantially more in the black community but white politicians have made it more attractive for single parents. That's why.
Hmm. Hmm. So you're saying single parent homes have been normalized,
Since
and
about 1964, give or
uh-huh.
take, and you know about what year that was? Civil
Right.
rights movement, right? The
Uh-huh.
act passed, right? So that's my 2 cents, and I'm a white dude. I'm admitting white people's fault. It ain't my fault. I didn't vote,
Mm-hmm.
but my opinion is they made it more attractive with everything from welfare programs, which I clearly acknowledge. There's a whole lot more white people on welfare than there are black people,
So
right?
we
But
did.
you start
So
saying they,
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, you're good. They dehumanized a mom and a dad raising a damn kid.
Mm-hmm.
That's a white politician's fault, for the record.
Right. And but here's the thing: did they make the men disappear, or did they make the women disappear from the home?
They've they've kind of done both, honestly. It like I don't know how to chop
Says
that
the
up.
single parent home. Are most single parent homes with the woman present, or is it with the man present?
Well, with the women, and again, we can go back to white politicians.
Right, right.
They've
No, no, I'm saying it's on them, but
right. So
this
they
system
they
they created, yeah.
so that system they created also takes away parental rights from dads a significant portion of the time, just based on the fact that we're supposed to care for, love, take care of our women. That's where I stand personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
They jumped in and said the government's going to do that for you.
Hmm.
There's a whole lot of dads out there that want to be good dads that ain't allowed. There's a whole lot of moms out there that leverage that system. There's also a whole lot of deadbeat dads, don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, thank you for sharing all that with us, man.
Nah, you good. I'm going to stick around and watch for a while. I'm going to let other people jump in.
Yes, sir. Okay.
All right, brother. Thank you for your
All
time.
right. Yeah,
I
no
appreciate
problem.
you. All love for everybody.
Yes, sir. Okay. Um, so y'all, when you come on the panel, it's not about what's true and what's not. In certain instances, especially when we're talking about anecdotal things and different experiences, we want to pick brains and understand what they thinking. You know what I'm saying? We want to understand what they got on their mind. So that's when we start to ask questions. Do y'all understand? It's not about what's true and what's not. It's about what's true to him. I just want to hear what's true to him. So we're gonna go to the next guest. Anwar, 7779. Give us your age, race, and pronouns.
Um, um, 40, excuse me, 48. Pronoun, I guess that's that young thing. Man,
All right. And your race?
black.
All right. Talk to us, brother.
Um, I was just listening to what I guess I only caught the snippet of the couple questions you had asked the other brother, and if they could push a button to get rid of uh males or female, I think they would push the button to get rid of us first. I do personally think that they would because they find us a bigger threat than they do the females.
Hmm. Why do you think they feel? Why do you think they feel? Or what proof do you have that they feel that way?
What proof do I have? I mean, look at all the barriers they done put up in our ways throughout our lifetimes. I mean, look how many brothers sitting in prisons for the same crime that a white T person committed, but got 20 more years extra added on to his time compared to the same crime. Look how many times white T people get slapped on the wrist for the same crime a brother would do, and they get slapped on the wrist, and the brother get served time. I'm talking about numerous time. So I mean, I can even speak on myself on a case like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, I was young, and if you don't mind me telling this story, I was young, and I was living I've been on my own since I've been 17, and I had moved to an area that I didn't really map out too good because I'm young. I'm young. I'm just now like I'm just now 18, about to turn 19. So I moved from the spot that I was at because the guy sold the house, so I had to move out that house, and so I had to find a place. My house got broken into 5 times. I called the cops, reported it. Right, nothing was done about nothing. And back then, during my era, you used to be able to go and buy a gun at a pawn shop. And I went and I purchased one with the receipt, you know what I'm saying? And with the receipt showing where I bought it from and everything. And I'm walking home, cause I'm from California, getting off the BART train, walking home. They roll up on me, you know, what you got on you, searching for no reason. I ain't did nothing. Just got off the train, literally walking up the street, minding my own business, like humming a tune in my head. And they got me on a concealed weapon. I mean, concealed weapon. How is it concealed? It's in the bag. It's still inside the box. I ain't even took it out the box yet. I ain't even made it home. Here's the receipt. And I get time for that.
Wow.
I get time for that, and I
That's
and I brought the
why.
receipt to the courthouse. Showed the judge this. You know what I'm saying?
That's
And I
wow.
get
That's
time for
Cali
this.
for you. That's why I'm not in Cali no more. I'm in Texas. That's what, and I'm not even going to say Texas is better, but when it comes to that type of mess, because in Cali, it's bad for y'all to have the Second Amendment over there,
Yeah,
man.
but dude, but if you bought it legally, why would you arrest me? Legal, I bought it legal. It ain't like I bought it from a dealer on the street corner. I did some shady stuff with it. I bought it legally, bro.
Hey, man, I'm so sorry that happened
You
to
know
you,
what I'm
my brother.
saying? And then, they sent me to San Quentin, man, for that, man.
I'm
And
so
you
sorry,
know what I'm
brother.
saying? My first time ever going to prison, you know what I'm saying?
Wow.
But luckily, I grew up in the hood, so a lot of brothers in there I knew. So, you know what I'm saying? It wasn't,
Wow.
but it wasn't home, you know what I'm saying? Because I stayed away from the gangs and prison politics. I stayed away from all that stuff because my main goal was I want to go home, bro. I ain't trying to make friends with y'all. I went
Right.
in the gang on the street. I ain't gonna be a gang in here, bro. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So I'm trying to go home. So if that had been a white boy walking up the street, they would have boxed it back up and told him to have a nice day. Here's your receipt back, sir. Have a nice day. That's what they would have done.
Right.
So I know that we a threat to them, man. We are a threat to them. They scared of us. They terrified of us. They terrified number one
Who do
of
you feel like they're so you feel like they're more terrified of black men than black women?
yeah, way more.
And by
Way
they
more.
I mean those that have the power to oppress. So who do you feel like is more oppressed? Brothers or sisters?
I think I think
Black men.
I can't say equally, but we both are oppressed. But black men,
You just said it. We both are oppressed.
we
Go
both
ahead.
are oppressed. We both are oppressed, but they lean their foot on our necks a little bit more harder than they lean their feet on the female neck. But we both are in that same category. We both are oppressed.
We
It's no,
and we
there's
both
no
just get
going
it.
around it.
We just get it two different ways.
Yeah,
One where they want the black women in subjugation, and they
yeah.
don't want us around.
They don't want us around at all because they know our genes are strong. No matter who we mate with, what that child come out and look like. You know what I'm saying? What that child come out and look like. I don't care about the curly hair, but his skin color is gonna be the same skin color as mine. And I'm a I, and I hate when people say black people because I ain't black. My skin is chocolate. Mine look like a Snicker bar, bro. If you put a Snicker bar next to my skin, that's the same color as my skin. The same color as a Snicker bar. That's not black. You know what I'm saying? What you got on your head is black. You know what I'm saying? I'm not that color, bro. So I hate using that word black. You know what I'm saying? So, but they lean on us. Excuse me, the train coming by. Give me 1 second. Let this train pass you by. Okay, but I think they lean on us a lot more harder because number one, they they know how much more dominant we are in anything that we do than them. They know how much stronger we are than them. They know they can't compete with us. If it's a level playing field, they cannot beat us in nothing. In
Mm-hmm.
nothing. You know what I'm saying? They
Okay.
can't beat us in nothing. A little black girl just won a spelling bee. You know what I'm saying? A little black girl just won a national spelling bee. You know what I'm saying? So if y'all put us on the even playing field, y'all can't whoop us in nothing, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's in our genes, number one. And they're scared of that. They scared of that annihilation of their genes. You know what I'm saying? They scared of that. And they know that they women truly do want us.
You
You know
sound
what I'm
like
saying?
Dr. Frances Cress Wilson.
I
Are you familiar with her work?
A little bit, not a lot, but
That's wild.
I have heard of her, and I seen the sister on a couple of things, and I liked it what she had to say.
You ever see the
I will say
beginning?
that.
You ever see the beginning of Boys in the Hood where Lawrence Fishburne started out talking like a little speech?
I don't remember the speech, but I seen the movie. I just don't
All
remember
right.
the
Well,
speech.
he's quoting Dr. Frances Cress Welsing, and she speaks to almost everything you just said. Clinical psychologist, a doctor with a doctorate that
Yeah,
studied and was a professor at Howard,
yeah.
said everything you just said. So that's everything you said was facts, brother.
I mean,
Appreciate
because it's true, bro. You know what I'm saying? And I watch your show all the time. This ain't this like this is my second time coming on your show. You let me come on.
you.
My second time coming on your show, and I like a lot of the topics that you bring up. You know what I'm saying? So I'm always constantly going to your page to see what you bringing up. You know what I'm saying? What the topic might be, and when I see the line be filled up, I just be like, ain't gonna waste the time because I know he probably got a backlog of people that's trying to get in. So you know what
Yeah,
I'm saying? I don't want to take up. I don't want to sit there for no
that's
long
correct.
time wasting my time and then bugging you at the same time. Cause I
Yeah.
give you the utmost respect, bro. I really do. Cause I like what you say, and I like the black empowerment that you speak on.
Hmm.
I truly like that. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, without brothers like you, without brothers like me, you know what I'm saying, that's willing to show love to each other and willing
Right.
to stand side by side no matter where we from and fight together, man, we ain't gonna never get nowhere in life. We ain't gonna get
Hmm.
nowhere in life, bro. We need each other. We not a community that thrives by ourselves. That's their community. We thrive
Facts.
with each other.
That's
We
facts.
are a community-based people, period.
Right.
You
That's
know what I'm
facts.
saying? We can't sit in no cave by ourselves, you know what I'm saying, and be greedy with the food. You know what I'm saying? We gonna share it regardless.
Right.
You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? And we the most friendliest people, but the most hated people. But hey, the scripture speaks on that. We was gonna be the most hated people, so
Hmm.
I'm not gonna get biblical or nothing like that. But all in all, brother, they lean on us a lot more harder because they know that just our genes alone can annihilate
That's
everything they built.
literally from Dr. Francis Cress. Well, bro, you speaking from the knowledge of your ancestors right now, man. He literally saying it the same way she would have. That's knowledge, brother. Thank
Man,
you.
cause
Thank you.
you gotta tell when they look at us, right?
Hmm.
When they look at us, they wish they can be us. They wish they can do some of the stuff that we can do. They wish they can even have the strength that we got. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I mean, if we put us on an even playing field, let's say swords, right? Put us on an even playing field with just swords. Who you think gonna come out on the top? We are.
You sure is.
We are. You know what I'm saying? Y'all gotta build these outrageous weapons to kill a whole entire world off because
Hmm.
y'all losing. You know what I'm saying? What man would want to do that?
Hmm.
You lost, man. Take your beating, take your beating like a man, go lick your wounds, get stronger, come back.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? We all the lost one, took our wounds, went home, licked our wounds, and then, you know what I'm saying, come back.
Right.
But honestly, bro, they're scared of annihilation, dude, because they know
Right.
with no matter what race of woman we lay down with, bro, our kids are going to be majority us, not none.
Mm-hmm.
Our kids literally are going to be 75% us and that 25% of that woman, unless
Mm-hmm.
it's a black woman. Then
Right.
that's when you get to 50-50. But any other woman, please,
Mm.
please.
Well, all right, brother. Thank you. Thank you for giving us that knowledge, man.
Nah, I thank you for even letting me up, bro.
Yes, sir.
I truly do. Thank you for letting me up. You know what I'm saying? If you don't mind me staying and just enjoying the conversation, I mean, I stay on and listen a little bit more. But if you need me to step down, I'll step down.
No, you straight, brother. Thank you. Thank you for
Okay.
coming up. All right. And y'all, he's speaking to a scholar that we talk about. Her name is Dr. Frances Cresswell. I'm gonna put you on mute, Anwar. But a scholar that we talk about frequently, Dr. Frances Cress Wilson. It's almost like he read the book, and that's how you know. That's how you know this brother was put through that system with malice. That's how you know this brother was not out there to do anyone harm and was the victim of injustice. That's how you know, because he came out talking like Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. This is what I want to tell y'all, because it even happened with me. Once a brother faces police brutality or is accused of some sort of crime and has to pay a price, that's where y'all get a lot of these conscious black brothers. Like, a lot of them have a story, and they don't want to victimize, and sometimes brothers are afraid to kind of tell their story. But an experience is true when somebody come out talking like somebody that studied this for decades and wrote books. And he didn't even know her name, but he know exactly about fear of I can't say certain phrases on TikTok, but white genetic annihilation. Anyway, you know what I'm saying? He said annihilate, like he knows exactly everything he's talking about. That's how you know that he's been through an ordeal, man. And big up to all the brothers, man. I know that we a lot of us brothers have stories. I don't know how I made it out of mine. You know what I'm saying? To hear that, brother, it breaks my heart. Because I did the same thing you did. So only difference is they stopped you. That's the only difference between, and I'm not from LA, and I was in LA, but I'm not from there, and that would be a nightmare for me because I wouldn't know nobody in there, at all. Like, and I still got raided by the LAPD for absolutely no reason. And I know more brothers that's had stories. And honestly, if that never happened to me, I might not have this platform because I was already Pan-African feelings wise, and I was kind of pro-black, in here, but didn't really read nothing. But then that experience puts a fire under you, and it shows you exactly what's going on because you like, I don't have to do nothing. I don't even have to do nothing. Like, all I had to do was be black and walk down the street. All I had to do was be black and own a business. It shows you. You know what I'm saying? But let's get back to the topic, man. We got people up here waiting, man. I really appreciate Anwar for sharing that story, and just wishing you the best, brother, and keep working on your keep your mind right. That's what I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna say with black men, we gotta keep our mind right. You know what I'm saying? Keep your eyes on the prize. You know what I'm saying? The prize in our community. Thankful. Go ahead, give us your age, your race, and your pronouns, please.
39, black all day, every day. A pronoun, she, her.
All
All
right,
right,
talk to
talk
me.
to you. All right. So, thank you, Anwar, for sharing. I just wanted to say that. And to talk about the topic, While to some degree, all women have experienced, some cruelty or unjust treatment or control, okay? But my black women are truly oppressed. It's been prolonged and it has not stopped. We are policed with everything. We aren't even allowed to display human emotion. Like, even if we have a right to be mad, we're stereotyped as the angry black woman, as if we just mad for no reason. We gotta be strong. We don't got time for mental breakdowns, as if mental health isn't important. But we don't got time for it because we still got to keep it moving. Here's an example. If Karen goes into work and starts crying, they'll group around her, start showing concern. We'll give her the phone number to the employee help services. Now, if I go into work and start crying, they gonna send me to HR. And the next thing I'm gonna hear is they want a drug test. Like, black women, we can't even be ourselves. Like, we're constantly in this state of distress. We're ridiculed, we're laughed at, we're emulated the most. Ain't that crazy? There are literally men who make a living of pretending to be black women. Like, okay? Like this is crazy. I mean, it's like we can't even wear normal fitting clothes and be curvy without someone saying we're being inappropriate because our natural beauty makes them uncomfortable. We can't even wear normal clothes without being fetishized or harassed sexually. Like, our natural physical characteristics were made fun of to the point that they put our people in zoos. Like, what's her name? Sarge? I may say it wrong.
Sarah Barton.
There you go. But you had white tea women wearing cages underneath their dress to appear like they had big butts. And now they'll pay thousands to look like us. They put literally a toxin in their lips to make them fuller, using lip liner to draw over their lips to make the lips look fuller. For black women, they tricked us to believe that our natural isn't enough. Because why we need bigger? Now some of us look unnatural. Somebody brought up the hair. Even if we wear our natural hair, people will still ridicule us. Say, we'll do something with it. Guess what? It is doing something. This the way the creator gave me my hair. I'm fine with it. Like, at some point, someone said it too. It's like we are never enough. And it's so deep in us because we are all taught to be anti-black. That even when
say something,
go ahead.
Because you got an echo, so can you turn your Bluetooth off and on and come back?
Okay, hold on.
I just wanted to say, she said they be telling y'all to do something with y'all hair. She said, I'm fine with it. I want to tell the black women, y'all sure is fine with it. Y'all is fine with it. But I wanted to say that, but she had that echo. I didn't want to interrupt all that echo.
I just wanted to cut in and say, black women are the most finest creatures that God has created on this planet. You can't. I'm not a Latino, not a white girl, not an Asian girl. None can. Nothing can satisfy a black man like a real black woman. I ain't talking like these trashy ones. I'm talking about like a real woman. You know what I'm saying? Nothing can satisfy us like y'all can. Nothing. I mean, y'all lips, just kissing them lips. Who want to kiss monkey lips? You know what I'm saying? I mean, no, you kissing all mainly nothing. You know what I'm saying? Who really want that? So I'm just being real. I mean, y'all the most beautifulest creatures on God created planet. I think that's the reason he made y'all the way he made y'all, because he knew just the man, y'all ain't even gotta do too much to just look beautiful. Y'all wake up in the morning beautiful.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
I know
saying?
that's
And
right.
I'm being real about that. Y'all wake up beautiful. It's all outdoors. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I'm very spiritual, so I don't look at y'all in a lustful way. I look at y'all as queens and just the beauty in y'all. You know what I'm saying? Just the beauty in y'all. You know, especially when you get that right one. You know what I'm saying? That because the black woman will ride or die with you. The black woman is the only woman that'll jump into a fight with you. The other woman is standing there screaming, help, somebody help him, help him. Nah, black woman kicking and punching and jumping on back, scratching, and you know what I'm saying? They're the only ones that'll do that with you. Literally.
And they'll tell you
So
when you're wrong, won't
you
they?
you know what I'm saying? And they'll check you when you wrong. And when you wrong, you know you wrong, man. Because when you piss off a black woman, you did something wrong, dude.
Look,
Because they
look,
don't
look
get
in the
mad at us for
comments.
no reason.
Look in the comments. That's my wife telling me I've been on here too long. It's going on 8 p.m. This what I'm talking about.
See, see, like you know, you wrong. Yeah, you gonna have to cut this short in a minute, bro. You know what I'm saying? And get to the duties. Whatever you gotta go do, you gotta go do it. But you know what I'm saying? And honestly, I say this to all the people that's listening and to all the brothers that's listening. It's our job to make their lives easier. It is
Mm-hmm.
our jobs to make their lives easier, bro. They shouldn't have to carry our children and then carry the weight of taking care of them. They should. I raised all four of my kids. All
Mm-hmm.
four of my kids. I raised them. I was in the hospital from day one. My wife didn't have to do nothing. Nothing when she went. You know what I mean? From the time the baby came out to the time when she felt like getting back on her feet, she didn't have to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? I left it up to her. When you felt like getting up doing something, I don't worry about it. I got it. You know what I'm saying? And
Mm-hmm.
it's our job, brothers. It truly is our job to take care of them like they should be taken care of, like the queens that they are, man. I mean, and I'm not saying that just because he just on the women's side. I'm being real with y'all,
That's
man. My
real.
mama black, my sister black. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? And they queens to me. You know, and we
Mm-hmm.
gotta take care of our other sisters the same way we love our mamas and our sisters. We gotta love our spouses the same way, when our other sisters the same way. We
Mm-hmm.
gotta love them the same way, man. We gotta love them because the world don't love them. The world is jealous of them.
Yeah.
The world is jealous of them. The world is copying them left and right. And y'all rather run to that plastic stuff and Botox stuff than getting the real thing. I just don't get that, bro. And any brother that pit women, black women down, you just ain't got no game, brother. That's all that is. You ain't got no game, bro. That's the only reason why you put them down, because you ain't got no game. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you had game, you wouldn't worry about yours. I ain't worried about mine going outside doing nothing because I know I take care of what I'm supposed to take care of.
Right.
So, go approach her. I remember
Mm-hmm.
we was in Vegas one time. This dude said, "Hey, is that your girl?" I said, "Yeah." He said, "Oh man, man." I said, "Why you want to talk to her?" Gone. She ignored him like he was. She must have ignored him like he wasn't even standing there. Cause I knew that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
So, cause I take care of my business, bro. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I take care of mine, man, and I make sure my wife don't want for nothing. Don't want for nothing in this world. I try my best. If I gotta break my back, I'm gonna break it for her. And that's
Mm-hmm.
real. And all of us should be doing that for our wife, for especially our black women, more than anything, man. You know what I'm saying? All these songs with all these B's and H's in them and all that music played out is trash now. We shouldn't
Facts.
even, we shouldn't even be rapping that crap no more. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? If you ain't got nothing to say positive about our community, you shouldn't even get on the mic no more, dude. For
Yeah,
real.
we not trying to hear that no more, especially
Ain't
after this
nobody,
whole
ain't
thing.
nobody trying to hear that crap no more. Yeah, y'all got us when we was 13, 14, 15, but now we men,
Yeah.
we understand the negativity of all that crap y'all putting in our brains and all and what y'all doing, bro. And I'm just saying, I'm just being real with you brothers. We gotta take care of them, y'all. We got to.
Mm-hmm.
And if we take care of them, believe me, you got somebody that'll take care of you better than you take care of yourself. Guarantee you that, 100%. That's
Guaranteed.
all I wanted to say.
Absolutely. Appreciate you, brother. That's all facts, man. Guaranteed. My wife be taking care of me better. That's why she want me to go to bed. I'm a rebellious. It's like, no, I'm playing.
Um,
Go ahead. Thankful. Go ahead. Talk to us.
do you still hear the echo?
I do, but it's okay. I'll just be quiet. You go ahead.
No, it's fine. I just want to cut it short and simple. Just black women, we need to be enough for ourselves. And don't get it twisted. I thank you for putting this topic up here. But as a black woman, I understand that my black men are also oppressed as well.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a lot of love shared. We black women, we love our black men too. And that's it.
Absolutely. Well, that's a great way to end the live, man. That's a great way to end the live. That's what the topics are for. That's what we're here for. And I love how certain disruptors tried to come into the live and play in our faces, but we ain't let them. We ain't even let them. We ain't letting them come around and try to disrupt, because that's what they ancestral. I don't even call them ancestors. That's what they clan ancestors used to do. They see black love as a threat. When a black man chooses a black woman, and the black woman chooses the black man, because we are male and female prisoners of war, they see that as the prisoners getting together and plotting to make an escape. So their epigenetics tells them to hate on black love. When I talk about why it's problematic for us to be in interracial relationships, why it's important for us to choose each other, to love ourselves. Self-love and self-respect is the only thing we need. And when we talk about these things and they get triggered, well, how, interracial relationships can help end racism, and my kid is black and white, and I love my black man. Like, when they start doing all that, that's them trying to continue to create a divide amongst people that they are afraid will start to accrue and build their own power base, starting with man, woman, and child in the black home. Leisha, I don't know why you letting these people up here. You know my wife just said it's bedtime. But I'm gonna let y'all come up next time. I'm sorry. I gotta go. I don't know why Leisha letting people up here. I gotta go. But peace and black power. I shade to the ancestors, and I'll catch y'all next time.